Have you ever wondered why women don't chase you the way you wish they would? Why they seem to desire other men while you're left trying to prove your worth? If you're tired of being overlooked, let me tell you a story that might just change the way you see attraction forever. Picture this. A woman is lying in bed late at night, phone in hand, heart racing with anticipation. She's waiting for a message, not just any message, but one from him, the guy she can't stop thinking about. Every time her phone lights up, she feels a surge of excitement, hoping it's finally his name appearing on the screen, but it never is. Instead, her notifications are filled with texts from another guy, a guy who is always there, always replying instantly, always checking in, always complimenting, always eager to please. He sends good morning texts before she even wakes up. He asks how her day is going before she's even had coffee. He offers to drop everything just to see her. Now, ask yourself, which man do you think she wants more? The one who keeps her on edge, wondering, hoping, chasing, or the one who is always in her inbox, always available, always trying so hard to win her over? If you're the guy who is constantly in pursuit, pouring effort into trying to impress her, you might think you're showing her how much you care. But in reality, you're doing the exact opposite. You're pushing her away. Here's the harsh truth. Women don't value what comes too easily. They don't crave the guy who's always at their beck and call. They crave the thrill of earning a man's attention, of wondering where they stand with him. And if you don't create that sense of desire, if you make yourself too accessible, too eager, too predictable, you become forgettable. Today, I'm going to break down why letting women pursue you is the ultimate key to attraction. I'll show you why the strongest, most desirable men are the ones who don't chase, and how you can flip the script so she's the one chasing you. Are you ready? Because after today, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. For those of you still asking about the course, it's gone. As I've said before, it's no longer available. You missed your shot to grab one of the 100 spots. That's on you. When it reopens, there will be fewer spots available and they'll go fast. So if you want in, you better move quickly because the opportunity is not waiting around for you. Be fast or stay out. Point 1. Why over pursuing kills attraction? Bro, listen carefully. This is one of the biggest mistakes men make when it comes to attraction. You think you're being a great guy by showing effort, by proving you care, by constantly reaching out first. But in reality, you're killing the very thing that creates attraction, mystery, scarcity, and value. The harsh truth. When you over pursue a woman, always texting first, always making plans, always being available, you unknowingly lower your own worth in her eyes. Not because you're a bad guy, not because you don't deserve love, but because you're too easy to get. And let me tell you something that applies not just to dating, but to life. People don't value what comes too easily. Let's put it in perspective. Imagine you walk into an art gallery and see two paintings. One is just sitting there, out in the open, with a price tag that anyone can afford. No special display, no exclusivity, just another piece among many. The other is behind velvet ropes in a glass case with a high price tag. It's rare, it's sought after, and not just anyone can have it. Which one do you think has more value? The one that's easily available to everyone, or the one that requires effort, patience, and desire to obtain? That's exactly how attraction works. When a woman knows that you're always available, always texting first, always ready to adjust your schedule to fit hers, she doesn't have to invest in you. She doesn't have to wonder about you, think about you, or work for you. And the moment there's no challenge, the moment you become predictable, attraction dies. But the second you pull back, the moment you stop always being the first to initiate, when you create a little bit of scarcity, suddenly she starts to notice. She starts wondering, why isn't he texting me first? What's he up to? Who's he with? And that is when attraction grows. That is when curiosity turns into desire. It's human nature to crave what feels just out of reach. That's why people chase promotions, why athletes strive for gold, why collectors spend fortunes on rare items. It's the pursuit of something valuable that makes it so desirable. And when you make yourself too accessible, you strip yourself of that value. So, ask yourself, do you want to be the guy she thinks about when she wakes up? Do you want to be the guy who keeps her on edge, wondering what you're up to? Or do you want to be just another option, a guy she knows she can have anytime and therefore never truly craves? Your actions decide that. And if you want to be the kind of man that women pursue, it starts with one simple rule. Stop over pursuing. Instead of proving your worth to her, start living in a way that makes her prove her worth to you. Point 2. Women fall for the challenge, not the easy win. Let's play out a scenario. Two guys are into the same woman. Guy number 1 wakes up and immediately sends her a good morning, beautiful text. He checks in during the day. He tells her how amazing she is, showers her with compliments, buys her little gifts, and makes himself available at a moment's notice. If she wants to talk, he picks up immediately. If she wants to meet, he drops whatever he's doing. To him, she's the prize, and he's doing everything in his power to win her over. Guy number 2? He's different. He's fun, confident, and engaging, but he's not always at her beck and call. He flirts, he teases, he keeps the conversation light and exciting. But then, boom, he's gone. Not in a rude way, not in a game-playing way, but because he has a life. He doesn't feel the need to constantly be in her orbit, and as a result, she starts to feel his absence. Now ask yourself, which guy do you think she desires more? The one who hands over his attention like a free sample at a mall, or the one who makes her work for it a little? Why women love a challenge. Think about anything in life. What do people value most? The job they worked hard to get, the championship they fought to win, the luxury item they had to save for? Human psychology is simple. We don't appreciate what is handed to us. We appreciate what we earn. It's the same in dating. If you're always the first to text, always making plans, always bending over backward, she knows she doesn't have to put in any effort. There's no mystery, no thrill, no reason for her to chase. But the moment you pull back just a little, when you stop over pursuing, when you focus on your own life, when she starts to wonder about you, everything changes. Suddenly, she's checking her phone more often. She's rereading old conversations. She's asking herself, why hasn't he texted me yet? What is he doing? Who is he with? And before she even realizes it, she's the one putting in the effort. Be the guy who makes her step up. Attraction isn't built on constantly giving, it's built on inspiring desire. If you're throwing yourself at her feet, desperately proving your worth, she won't see you as someone valuable. But if you create just a little space, if you show her that you're not desperate for her attention, she'll naturally start wanting more of you. So, don't be the guy who's always chasing. Be the guy who makes her step up. Because trust me, she wants to. Point 3. Stop acting like a fan. Be the star. One of the biggest mistakes men make in dating. They put women on a pedestal and act like a fan instead of a leading man. You see it all the time. Guys who flood her DMs with compliments, like every post within seconds, respond to her text instantly and bend over backward just to get a little attention. They become her personal cheerleader, hoping that if they just prove how much they like her, she'll eventually reciprocate. But here's the brutal truth. If you act like a fan, she'll see you as one. And what do celebrities do with fans? They appreciate them, but they don't chase them. They acknowledge them, but they don't prioritize them. They thank them, but they don't date them. Why acting like a fan kills attraction. Think about the men that women obsess over. The high status guys, the leaders, the guys who seem to have this magnetic energy. Are they the ones desperately trying to prove themselves? Number. They're the ones living their lives, building their success, and letting people come to them. Women are wired to be drawn to men of value. A man who is focused on his own life, his own growth, and his own ambitions is far more attractive than a guy who puts a woman at the center of his world before she's even earned that position. If you're constantly chasing, trying to prove yourself, or treating her like she's some goddess whose attention is the ultimate prize, you become just another guy in the crowd. But the moment you flip the script, when you stop idolizing her and start focusing on being the main character in your own life, everything shifts. How to flip the script and make her chase you. Instead of being the guy who's always available, always ready to entertain her, become the guy she has to work to impress. Limit your attention. Don't instantly reply to every text. Don't be the first to like every post. And don't make yourself too accessible. Scarcity creates value. Focus on your mission. Whether it's your career, fitness, personal growth, or a passion project, make your purpose your priority. Women are naturally attracted to men who have direction. Let her earn your time. A woman will never value a man she didn't have to work for. When you make her put in effort, when she has to wonder about you, when she has to step up to get your attention, she becomes invested. Because here's the reality. A woman won't chase a guy who treats her like a celebrity, but she will chase the man who treats himself like one. The story of the man who walked away and changed everything. Let me tell you about a guy named Jake. He had everything going for him. Great career, solid ambitions, a good social life. But when he met her, everything changed. She was beautiful, confident, and had that irresistible charm that made him want to give her the world. And that's exactly what he did. At first it seemed like a fairy tale. He showered her with attention, planned every date, texted her good morning and good night, and made sure she always felt special. He thought, if I just show her how much I care, she'll see I'm the best man for her. But then, things started shifting. She began taking longer to respond to texts. She stopped being as excited to see him. She started cancelling plans or making excuses. The energy he put in wasn't being returned. At first, he brushed it off. Maybe she's just busy, he told himself. So he tried even harder, texting more, planning even better dates, making sure she always knew how much he liked her. And that was his mistake. The more effort he put in, the less she valued him. He had become predictable, too available, and completely replaceable. Until one day, Jake had enough. The shift, when he stopped chasing. Something clicked in his mind. Why was he bending over backward for someone who didn't appreciate him? Why was he giving so much to someone who wasn't giving back? So he made a decision. No more chasing. No more waiting for texts that never came. No more proving his worth to someone who didn't see it. Instead of obsessing over her, he turned the attention back on himself. He hit the gym and got into the best shape of his life. He focused harder on his career, making more money and setting bigger goals. He started spending more time with friends, traveling, and actually enjoying life without waiting for her validation. He became the man he wanted to be rather than a guy hoping to be good enough for her. And guess what happened, she noticed. Suddenly, she was the one texting him first. She was the one asking to see him. She started wondering why he wasn't chasing her anymore, because for the first time, she felt something she had never felt before, the fear of losing him. Point 5. Be a man of purpose and watch everything. Change. A man with purpose doesn't chase women. He doesn't need to. Why? Because he's too busy building his empire. Think about the most successful men in history, the entrepreneurs, the athletes, the leaders, the visionaries. Do you think they were sitting around obsessing over whether some woman texted them back? Hell no. They were too busy creating, leading, winning. And that energy, that's what made them magnetic. Women don't fall for men who make them the center of their universe. They fall for men who already have a universe of their own. Why purpose makes you more attractive. A man on a mission has something that sets him apart, a drive, a vision, an unstoppable energy. He's not constantly seeking validation. He doesn't need a woman's attention because he's already fulfilled. He's chasing his own goals, not chasing her approval. And ironically, that's when women start chasing him, because he's rare, because he stands out, because he's a man who knows where he's going, and that's a man worth following. How to build a life that attracts women effortlessly. If you want women to desire you, don't make them your priority. Make yourself your priority. Level up your physique. Hit the gym. Become stronger, fitter, and more confident in your body. Grow your mind. Read. Learn. Develop skills that make you a high-value man. Stack your money. Build financial independence. A man with ambition is attractive. Find your passion. Whether it's business, sports, creativity, find something that lights you up and go all in. Because here's the secret. When you become the man who doesn't need validation, you become the man women can't ignore. So ask yourself, are you living for her approval or are you becoming the man who doesn't need it? Because the moment you stop chasing and start building yourself, everything changes. Women don't chase men who are desperate for attention. They chase men who are worth the pursuit. It's time to flip the script. Stop chasing. Stop bending over backward trying to convince her you're worth it. The truth is, if you have to convince her, she's already lost interest. Instead, shift your focus to yourself, your goals, your purpose, your growth. Become the kind of man who naturally attracts, not the one desperately seeking validation. Because here's the reality: a man who chases is a man who's ignored. A man who focuses on himself is a man who's pursued. Women don't fall for the guy who's always available, always trying, always waiting on her. They fall for the man who walks into a room with confidence, with purpose, with an energy that speaks for itself. So ask yourself, are you the guy waiting for her approval, or are you the man who doesn't need it? Because the moment you stop seeking validation and start living for yourself, that's the moment you become truly unforgettable. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Don't be lazy. Hit that subscribe button and stay sharp. I've got something big coming soon, so you don't want to miss it. Catch you in the next one. Be ready.